Considering that a lot of parts were cut out from first three episodes of Tokyo Ghoul, and they really wanted to get to this auction real quickly, this episode was quite good. Like legit, like a lot of stuff was added in. Like I really like it was well paced, I would say, because I felt like they adapted the manga directly. Now I don't remember if there are any scenes from the manga that were cut out or anything. I didn't feel like they were cut out at any moment, because even if there was a scene cut out, next scene you would see that scene come out there. Because the start, for example, the start was supposed to be like them driving into the car, but they showed Mutsuki on the stage, and then next part you see her driving in a car and then getting onto that. So I like they did a good job with all of the stuff in this episode. I have to say that like this was definitely better adapted, considering the first three episodes had a lot of stuff cut out. I actually don't have complaints for this one. Now there's only one major complaint problem I see in this episode, that is the action. Like in the manga. And now I know this is for censorship reason and stuff, but yeah, when it comes to the manga, the action is more brutal and quite severe than what we see in Tokyo Ghoul, the anime. And I understand it. I understand it's Japan's censorship reason and stuff. Like I know the manga had way brutal cut downs. For example, Naki, uh he pretty much cuts down a whole squad into half, like legit cuts them all into half. That was one of the scenes, but they noted down by doing the censorship stuff. So I don't mind that. It's just censorship reasons. I get it. So that's the only thing I felt that was lacking in this episode. Other than that, this episode was well made. Like from the start to the finish, I really enjoyed the episode. It was actually adapted directly from the manga. It really looked like it was adapted from the manga. Now I don't remember, again, I don't remember there was any scene that was cut out. Uh, if there was any, let me know, because I don't remember. I really don't remember if there was any scene like the first three episodes had a lot of stuff cut out. So I think so. This ended at chapter 24, if I'm correct. 24, 23. I think so. That's where it ended. I may be wrong. But let's talk about the episode. Basically, what happens is everybody's in this auction to catch, if I'm correct, Big Madam. They're here to catch. The primary objective is to catch Big Madam. But if they see any civilians or anything, they are set to not harm them. So basically, this whole auction is going on, and ghouls are betting on humans to be slaves. They are personal slaves. And we see that Toru, or Mutsuki, who Torzo calls Toru. Basically, we see her on the stage. Basically, she's having the stage fear and stuff. And we all saw that in the previous episode, how Mutsuki has this fear about her surrounding when people watch her. She has this fear about that. We see that is connected to Mutsuki's past in a way, and we see how she's really afraid to be watched by a lot of people. She's really afraid to be in front of a lot of people, and we see the same thing happening here. And especially her fear rises even more when what was his name? The mask guy. What was his name? I forgot. But he basically says that one of the clowns. He basically says her uh that the mission has failed. And yes, she definitely would question herself, like, wait, what? How did that happen? A lot of people question themselves, like they'll be like, wait, what? How did he know? How did he know that there is a mission going on at this stage? How did he know about all this? And it was really strange for Mutsuki to hear that, because she was really like, whoa, what happened there? Like, it was, first of all, I'm really fear. I'm desperate to just get out of here. And second of all, this guy just comes out of nowhere and says to me, mission failed. And obviously our expression was was very natural at that time. She was really, really scared. She didn't know what was going on. So it was pretty natural for her to get scared. Now, all that aside, we also see that Psyche and what's Big Madam pretty much play a bidding game. And I really enjoyed how they added the actor thing too, because it wasn't like I was expecting this to be cut out, considering they've been cutting out a lot of stuff, but they actually added the actor thing. That was quite impressive. I will say that. And I know it'll not be a big detail to anybody, but I really felt like that also makes a good thing. Like they adding the actor thing, they will be like, okay, here we go. The bidding for the actor is gone, and we also see Psyche just saying that, okay, yeah, this actor is a declining actor. Why would I put a bid on him? So that you can see that. So yeah, once Mutsuki's eyeball is exposed, the half ghoul eyeball is exposed. Pretty much, the one eye ghoul bidding is she's a one eye ghoul. This makes every ghoul want to bid for her, and pretty much everybody was bidding, and then at last, once it reached like 100 million or something, Big Madam and Psyche start bidding for her. Basically because Psyche wanted Mutsuki for Shu, and pretty much you could see that he's bidding for her and trying hard, but Big Madam won the bid in the end with her 200 million bid. So that happens, and then we see that what's his name? I forgot what was his name. Uh, the one who had the past with Big Madam. I completely forgot. I don't know how can I forget. He's an important character too. How can I forget such an important name? I'm an idiot. I forgot such an important name. Okay, yeah. Definitely forgot the name. But anyways, pretty much the guy who is dressed up as a girl, he pretty much he has a past with Big Mad, and we could see that in this episode how he was like, okay, Big Madam. And it also like in the previous episode, I forgot to mention with this, but in the previous episode, there's more development to this guy, considering his past with Big Madam. That was a little development he got in the previous episode. But yeah, let's talk about this episode, not the previous episode, because a lot of people didn't like what I said, because I don't know why, because I think so I complained a lot, maybe that's why a lot of people didn't like what I said. But yeah, guess that's it. I guess I complained a lot. I didn't see the good stuff, so I'm sorry. Anyways, basically this guy, well, what he has a past with Big Madam. It's been reflected in a way in this episode when he starts fighting the Aogiri member. What was his name? Uh, Ayato? I think so, Ayato. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. I have a lot of confusion. I only remember a few character name who are the main characters of the series. So please, please, I may screw up some names. So please, don't be like, oh no, you're not a true fan. I'm never a big fan of. I'm not a big fan of any anime. I watch anime just because I enjoy it. To be honest, I like Tokyo Ghoul. That's the reason why I read the manga, and that's the reason why I watched the anime. So there you go. But anyways, Ayato basically, uh, he begins to fight with this guy who pretty much starts like throwing needles and stuff. And I see this action. I feel like the action was alright. It wasn't anything special. Again, like the bloodshed was like awesome to see that all those bloodshed going around, because again I really love the dark and gritty stuff that happens in every anime, and that's the reason why I like Tokyo Ghoul, because Tokyo Ghoul is really dark. If you guys read the manga, you guys know it. Like it's really dark when it comes to what is written and what is given to us. It's really dark. So yeah, we also see at this moment, like we are seeing that Kaneki squad basically, or Heise Sasuke squad, is basically advancing to meet up with Mutsuki. Their mission, oh yeah, this wasn't mentioned I think so in the episode. Basically Psyche Sasuke, what the hell, Psyche Sasuke, what the hell? I'm sorry, Heise Sasuke, or Kaneki in other words, his squad's mission is to meet up with Mutsuki and that guy. Again, forgot his name. Sorry, really sorry. But his mission is basically to meet up with Mutsuki and the guy. That's basically his mission. And I don't think that they mentioned this in the anime, but that was basically the mission when they were talking outside. They were discussing about this that they have to meet up with Mutsuki, and it's not a big detail. Again, it's not a big detail. It's all right to just if you just miss this kind of small details. I don't mind it. I just don't like when they miss out the big details, like the meeting at the club, the first sighting at the cafe where I'm sorry I said club in the previous episode, but the cafe where Kaneki is reading book where and Toka appears, and though yeah, those kind of big development stuff. That's the only thing I really get pissed off about when it comes to Tokyo Ghoul. I don't mind the small stuff like, oh yeah, you have to meet up with Mutsuki, cause in the end it doesn't matter because in the end they're still gonna meet up with Mutsuki. Like I don't mind this kind of small stuff getting missed out on Tokyo Ghoul. I really don't like this kind of small stuff. It doesn't impact the story that much as the stuff that are missed out impacts the story. So yeah, this kind of small stuff I really don't care about when it comes to any kind of any anime, even any anime that's adapted with light novel. I don't mind this kind of small stuff that are missed out. Now we also see at the end that Saiki basically we see that he goes and meets Mutsuki who's hiding in a storage room. So basically, basically he just like stabs Mutsuki in the hand or something. I forgot. Uh, like I think so. He stabs her in the hand. I forgot how what happens, but he basically stabs her in the hand, and he just tastes some blood, and then he pretty much yeah. That's his masterpiece, and we also see Torso appear out of nowhere. He's obviously Torso has a Mutsuki fetish. We all know that. So yeah, so Torso appears out of nowhere, and they both start fighting. Mutsuki pretty much runs away, but she was injured because what's his name? Saiki basically didn't want Mutsuki to run away. So pretty much he injures Mutsuki, and still Mutsuki runs away. So we see that. We also see Takizawa. Pretty much Takizawa will be appearing in the next episode. Yeah, and let me just tell you, like this man was real brutal when it comes to like anything. Like he's really brutal. Yeah. Like I know a scene in the manga that appears happens, and I hope they adapt it in the next episode because that scene is kind of really like that shit is really something that it was whoa moment for me. But yeah, Takizawa will appear in the next episode. We also see Triple Blade appear. What's the name? Miza. There we go. Miza appear at the fight, and we also see Mado is finally ready to fight. And I really like this detail they added. Like I really like. And now I don't remember if it was in the manga too, but I really like the detail they added about Akira. Akira, that is the Mado family smile. Now, if you remember, the old man Mado in the original Tokyo Ghoul had this smile, which pretty much Akira gave it. Akira gave him. Jesus Christ! Yeah, whatever. Akira gave those two, Triple Blade, Mazi, and Naki. Pretty much, Akira gave that smile, and that smile is pretty much what her father gave Toka, if you remember. Her father used to give that smile frequently in the original Tokyo Ghoul, and that's pretty much how like the previous series, the prequel Tokyo Ghoul, not the original, but the prequel Tokyo Ghoul. This is a sequel, so yeah, the prequel Tokyo Ghoul. So yeah, that smile, that smile, I have to give props to Studio Clown for that. Like yo, that smile. That smile reminded me of Mado in an instant. Oh man, Mado in an instant. I was like, yo, great job there. Like that detail, yo, really liked it. Anyways, all over, I really enjoyed this episode, not gonna lie. I really enjoyed this episode. Other like the first three episodes, this episode didn't lack that much of content, because again, the first three episodes were lacking content, which have huge impact on storylines. So that's why I had complaints with the first three episodes, but this episode was quite good. They adapted the manga well. There was very small details missed out, very small details. Now I don't remember those very small details, but there's still small details missed out here and there. And like I said, one of the details is Mutsuki one. So yeah, there are small details. I don't mind. Again, I don't mind the small details. It's just the major impact on the storyline that I mind. That I really don't like what they do with the major impact storyline. Anyways, let me know what do you think about this episode of Tokyo Ghoul, and I'll see you in the next video. As always, peace.